And away we go. It is nightcap time here on BearcatJournal.com. I'm Chad Brendel. He is Aaron Smith. And it is
time to go.
Yes, it is.
You got me?
Yes, sir.
All right. It's time to go on the nightcap, brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken. Go to galacticfriedchicken.com. Download the app, Android, iPhone, everything Galactic. Get yourself your Galactic Fried Chicken. Find out if you're in. Here's what's important. Find out if you're in the delivery area. Maybe they'll bring it to you. If not, you head down to Dayton, Kentucky. Just minutes from downtown. Minutes from downtown.
Yep.
Get yourself some tendies. Best tendies in the business. Great fried chicken. Great sides. And the Galactic sauce, which is
out of this world.
We need to get a soundboard so we can beep every time we say bad words. Just for the comic relief of it. We'll work on that. I think you can generally do that via like an iPad and just connect your iPad.
Maybe.
And then use the iPad as your soundboard. I have one of those. I have an iPad. Maybe I'll look into that. Anything to increase the production value.
Sure.
Of this here production podcast vlog. Are we a vlog? Is that what we are?
I mean, I feel like you flirt with podcasts when you start to hit that 30 to 45 minute mark.
We don't do that often.
We've never hit 45 here.
No.
Even 30 is a rarity.
Right. 30 is when there's a lot going on. And
when there was a game and you don't want to write the bites because there was a 9 o'clock tip off.
Right. I get home at 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. Let's get to it. Basically, the big news of the day, 2 hires made official from the Cincinnati Bearcats.
Mm-hmm.
That being the hire of Mike Cummings as the new offensive line coach. He comes in from Central Michigan, as we have talked about. Maybe you have missed. You have to treat these, Aaron, like this is the first episode for everybody that's watching. Mike Cummings was the offensive line coach / offensive coordinator at Central Michigan from 2010 to 2013. Part of his 30-year career in coaching, including over a decade as an offensive coordinator. That coincided with 3 years of Gino Guidugli as a grad assistant, 1 year of Gino Guidugli as the running back coach at Central Michigan. They have a close relationship. They are tightly connected. So Gino is kind of bringing in Mike Cummings as his right-hand man. As you see there, Eric Fisher, the number 1 overall pick in the 2013 draft, was coached by Mike Cummings. He's got 2 guys in the Senior Bowl this year, 5 All-MAC linemen. As Tim Adams mentioned, and I've mentioned it a little bit as well, he was at UConn from 2014 to 16, and those UConn offensive lines were gigantic, like 6'7", 6'8", like huge human beings. So I'm interested to see if he continues to go that route now with the resources that he will have at Cincinnati heading into the Big 12. This is a guy that's developed high-end talent at lower levels. And by high-end talent, I mean NFL draft picks, the number 1 NFL draft pick, guys going to the Senior Bowl this year. Cincinnati wants to improve their stature on the offensive line. This is a guy you take a swing with, I think.
I think the most interesting stat is right there at the bottom left there, where it's 2 running backs eclipsed 1,000 yards in 2019. Not 1, but 2 running backs eclipsed 1,000 yards. So if you're looking for a guy to shore up your line, I mean, he's got the credentials.
So it'll be very interesting to see how Mike Cummings fits. I think he's got a lot of young talent to play with in that offensive line room. Mal Glenn, Luke Collinsworth, the 5 starters that are coming back this year, obviously being at the forefront. But now you've got some additional resources and a guy that's coming in a good spot, I think, and the guy that's coming in to be a mentor to Gino Guidugli.
Well, and I think that's the most important thing, is that he has that relationship with Gino, and even further, that he has been an offensive coordinator himself, Mike Cummings, that is, and he's able to, kind of pass that along to somebody he's worked with before as he works through his first stint as an offensive coordinator.
The master becomes the pupil or advisor, if you will, here.
Yeah.
Also announced today, the homecoming of Walt Stewart. I love Walt. I can't possibly be more excited about Walt for this. I know one of the things he has wanted more than anything is to work at the University of Cincinnati. This is going to be a home run. I'm so excited to get Walt started, and more than anything, to see Walt around every day, because I know how much this means to Walt. Like, this means the world to Walt. So I'm excited to have Walt around.
You're talking about a former team captain for the Bearcats, and he, obviously things got derailed there towards the end of his career with Cincinnati as he was injured and just couldn't play anymore. But, this is another guy who lives, eats, breathes Cincinnati culture. You already know he's going to fit in very, very well with Luke Fickell and this staff. And I'm excited to see what he brings as a former player, as all the former players here, when you're talking about, Gino or Armand Binns or whoever else, Mickens when he was here, like, they've all done very good jobs. So I don't think that this staff misses with former players.
This is a guy that Cincinnati legit, like I said, means everything to him. Like, they gave him a chance. They gave him an opportunity. And before, like, for the young people that don't, and again, we've talked about this before, but for the young people that don't understand, Walt was trending towards being a very high NFL draft pick. Very, like, first, second round type, edge rushing stud. And after a game, his neck was sore. And it kind of lasted throughout the week. It had been kind of nagging him for a little bit. He went to the doctor. They told him, basically, there's something in your neck that you could be paralyzed at any moment. At any point in time, with any hit, with any contact, you could be paralyzed. And Walt did the right thing, chose quality of life and not ending up paralyzed in a wheelchair, and ended his football career and kind of started his coaching journey from there. He has always had his eye on coming back and coaching at Cincinnati. So to see him get that opportunity is really cool. Like, he's tried a couple times to really make a run at joining the staff here. And now he gets his shot, and I can't wait. I think he's going to recruit the hell out of Cincinnati, because he's going to be able to tell kids what it meant to him and why Cincinnati is so special. So I think it's a massive hire. I think there's going to be huge dividends paid from having Walt Stewart on staff. I can't wait for that first spring practice to see Walt there. Can't wait. So really excited about that. Really excited about Cummings. There's more stuff coming. You got to, sometimes things take a little bit longer to play out. But,
yeah, the only coach we're missing right now is just the tight end coach.
Yeah. Kerry Combs, I think that'll be February 1st, February 2nd, when his contract ends with Ohio State. The tight end coach, I'm pretty sure who it's going to be. I've posted it on the board. You can find it there at bearcatjournal.com. So you can get your scoop there if you need it. Before we go, we'll just talk about this here. Aaron, okay. I'm in trouble.
Oh no.
We talked about it on the BBP. We'll talk about it again here.
Okay.
This week is going to be hell in the Brendel household. Kelsey Brendel, my esteemed, delightful daughter, has gone over the top on the fact that her name is Kelsey and she loves Travis Kelce. Loves Travis Kelce. She was at the Cotton Bowl. Dad, I think they're in the suite, one section over from us. Can you get me in to meet Travis? Please, Dad, please.
It's not how any of this works.
It's not how this works, child. It's not how this works. She is a diehard. Like I thought last night.
Even though she's named after the other brother.
Yeah, she's named after Jason because she was born in 2010. Travis wasn't shit in 2010. He hadn't made it yet. That's just the reality. Like, he hadn't made it yet in 2010.
Was that the year he was suspended?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So she's named after Jason. But, she tells all of her friends she's named after Travis. And today I had to buy her a Travis Kelce jersey for her to wear to Spirit Day at her school on Friday.
Gross.
When the entire school is going to be in Bengals jerseys.
I hope they tell her that she's not allowed to wear it because it's wear orange and black day and she's wearing the wrong color. Send her home.
Well, here's the problem. She's literally got the ability to say, you see the name on the back? That's I'm Kelsey. Because of them, that's me. They're not going to be able to. I don't think they're going to be able to ostracize her.
I can't wait until you get a phone call and we're doing the same thing on the nightcap that night that you had to go pick up your daughter because it was wear orange and black day and she got sent home from school.
Because she's wearing a jersey for a guy that she's kind of named after.
Because you raised a rebel.
I did raise. I am also a rebel.
Shocker. Everyone listening is flabbergasted right now.
I can't be upset that I raised a rebel, right? Remember, boys and girls, I was raised in Northern Kentucky in a family full of UK fans. And I picked Cincinnati as kind of a middle finger to all of them. So that's how this all started. Me being a rebel is how this all started. So it's come full circle. I thought she was going to cry last night, Aaron. When Josh Allen threw that touchdown with 13 seconds left, she was sitting in my chair in my office eating a bowl of Fruity Pebbles. Because when they scored with a minute left, she was like, we won. Like, the Chiefs are going to the AFC Championship. And she was just kind of celebrating. And I was like, Kelsey, Josh Allen's really good. This game is not over. And then they thought they won. And he threw that touchdown with 13 seconds left. And she just kind of slumped. And she sat here, and her eyes were kind of welling up. And she was just like, slowly taking a couple bites of her cereal. And she's like, we can't win in 13 seconds, can we, Dad? And I was like, I don't think so. I don't think that's possible, but I guess stranger things have happened. And he caught that seam route. And as I said on the BBP, the people that live around us in this new subdivision that we lived in probably thought we were torturing our daughter in a enslavement room in the basement.
You saw what happened today where the picture came out that he gave them the peace sign as he was passing them. So he
No. That was Tyreek Hill going into that when they went up with a minute left. Yeah. Tyreek Hill had that 60.
That was when he did. Okay, he did it on that one,
and he did it to a guy that was 3 yards ahead of him and had the angle.
Thing. I just don't understand why they're picking and choosing when they're throwing these taunting flags. Like, get out of here. Like, either enforce the rule or get rid of the rule because no one likes it. No one.
What they have thrown the flags on is for pointing at the guy.
The peace thing happened with the Chiefs and the was it the
I know
and the Bucks last year?
Did they throw it on him then when he did it?
Yeah.
Because he always does it.
It's just annoying.
That's his thing is
Like,
he's running past you.
I think they should either flag it every time.
The taunting is so stupid. Like,
Or get rid of you don't create the rule if you're not going to enforce it. But
right.
anyway.
But yeah. So like 13 seconds isn't enough time, is it, Dad? With like tears in her eyes, like your 11-year-old daughter, you're like, sorry, honey.
I wanted Buffalo way more than I wanted the Chiefs for round 2.
You don't want the Chiefs in round 2. You would much rather. Although Josh Allen is a monster. So you didn't want him either. You didn't want either of them.
Against the number 1 defense, who obviously Joe Burrow's entire offensive line needs another entire offensive line.
So maybe the Chiefs were the right choice because Jamar Chase had 1,000 yards against them last time.
And they've had some injuries, so we'll see what happens.
So yeah, I'm sending my daughter to school on Friday for Spirit Day with a school full of Bengals fans with a Travis Kelce jersey. And she's going to taunt the shit out of all of them because she's named after him, or at least that's her story, and she's sticking to it.
Until she gets sent home.
Or beat up.
I'm still rooting that she gets sent home.
Oh, well, let them call me and be like, she can't wear that. And I'm going to be like, well, that's who she's named after, so she can.
It was Orange and Black Day. You didn't understand the assignment.
It's Spirit Day. That's where they screwed up.
None of you understood the assignment. You're all fired.
All right, that's a wrap. We'll see you tomorrow night. It's the Nightcap. Brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken right here on BearcatJournal.com.
See ya!